Friends you know, it's funny the things you never think about. Like, have you ever really looked at a banknote and wondered where it actually comes from? I mean, sure, you know it's paper, but it's not like they just chop down a tree and start printing money, right? The story of how a single note gets made is genuinely wild, and Brazil's R200 note, the big one with the two wolf-looking guys on the back, has a journey that starts in a place you'd never expect. So picture this. Somewhere out in the Brazilian Cerrado, that huge tropical savanna region, there are these massive trucks lined up at a factory gate. And they're not carrying anything fancy. They're carrying what look like enormous dirty bricks wrapped in jute and plastic straps. I'm talking huge, like taller than a person, and heavier than a motorcycle. And if you walk up close to one, you'll see they're absolutely filthy. There's brown stuff stuck all over, little seeds poking out, bits of dry leaf, and this fine red dust that just seems to be everywhere. This is raw cotton, straight from the field, completely unprocessed. It's called carpas, and honestly, it looks nothing like money. It looks like something you'd find in a barn. But this is where it all begins. When those trucks pull into the BP Security paper mill in Salto, São Paulo, the first thing that happens is somebody comes out with this long hollow probe and jams it deep into. They mix in these tiny coloured fibres that you literally cannot see under normal light. They're completely invisible. But under ultraviolet light, they glow like crazy, scattered randomly throughout every single sheet in patterns that can't be copied or predicted. Now this mixture flows onto something called a mould former. It's basically this giant rotating cylinder wrapped in wire mesh. As the watery pulp hits the mesh, the water drains away and the cotton fibres start laying down, tangling together to form a sheet. But here's the cool part. That cylinder isn't smooth. It has raised areas carved into it, a detailed picture of a maned wolf and the number 200. Where those raised parts press into the wet paper, they push fibres aside, creating thinner spots. Around them, fibres build up, creating thicker spots. So when you eventually hold a finished note up to the light and see that ghostly wolf portrait, you're actually seeing the result of this exact moment. The paper was literally born with that image built into it. At the same time, this thin plastic ribbon feeds into the wet paper and gets trapped inside.
Feed rate is optimal.
This becomes the security thread, that dark line you can see running through the note with 200 Reais printed on it in tiny letters. It's not glued on later, it's physically part of the paper from the very beginning. The wet sheet then goes through heavy rollers that squeeze out water and through heated cylinders that dry it completely. What comes out is this continuous roll of cream-coloured paper, strong and uniform, already carrying its watermark, its thread, and those secret UV fibres. The foundation is done. But paper is just paper until it meets the mint. So those rolls get shipped about 900 kilometres east to the Casa da Moeda in Rio de Janeiro, where the actual printing happens. Before any ink touches them, they get inspected all over again. Watermark checked, thread confirmed, everything verified. Then they just sit in this climate-controlled room for a while, because paper needs to be perfectly stable before it can handle the insane precision of banknote printing. When production finally kicks off, the first printing pass is completely invisible. I'm not kidding. The sheets get coated with special inks that look totally transparent under normal light. It's basically like printing with invisible ink, a hidden layer that only shows up under ultraviolet lamps. This pass prints patterns on both sides of the sheet at the same time, and when it's done, the sheets look exactly the same as they did before. But they're not. They're carrying secrets now. Then those sheets spend 2 full days in a sealed drying vault, just sitting there until the ink is permanently bonded to the paper. Only then do they go back to the press for the second pass. Now the actual design appears. That beautiful grey and sepia background, the intricate swirling lines
Alright,
that
lifting
scanners
now.
just
Steady on the
can't
left.
reproduce properly.
Moving forward.
The decorative
Watch the stacks.
borders.
Got
This
it.
pass also prints partial images on the front and back that will only line up perfectly when you hold the finished note up to the light. Another layer of security that's just kind of hiding in plain sight. Another 2 days in the vault, and then the sheets move to the most dramatic stage of all. Calcographia, or intaglio printing. This is what gives banknotes their texture. The press uses a metal plate with the portrait, the text, everything that needs to be raised, deeply carved into its surface. Ink gets slathered all over the plate, filling every engraved line. Then this steel blade scrapes across the surface, wiping it completely clean so ink remains only in the grooves. Now imagine a sheet of paper being forced against that plate
A saída está
under
estável,
insane
nenhuma variação de
pressure.
cor. Verificando
So
o
much
alinhamento
pressure
agora. Tudo
that the
certo.
cotton
Próxima
fibres
folha.
actually get pushed down into those ink-filled grooves. When the paper pulls away, it drags the ink out with it, leaving it standing in tiny ridges on the surface. Run your finger over the face on a real note and you can feel it. Those raised lines aren't just printed on top. They're physically part of the paper now. After calcographia, the sheets finally show the complete portrait, the signatures, all the raised text. Next comes the holographic stripe, hot stamped onto the left side, so it alternates between showing 200 and Reais as you tilt the note. Then the big number gets printed with colour-shifting ink, that special stuff that changes from gold to green depending on the angle. Finally, the serial numbers get stamped on, each one unique, each one logged in real time by the Mint's computers. Now every note on every sheet carries its full set of features, but before anyone celebrates, every single one gets scanned by machines that check absolutely everything. Watermark depth, thread position, hologram performance, colour shift accuracy, raised ink height, serial number legibility. Cameras break each note into thousands of tiny pieces and analyse them in fractions of a second. Any note that doesn't pass gets
Brazilian
marked with a
Reais
tiny dot
printing
of
in
ink
progress.
so it can be automatically rejected later. The perfect ones move on. The cutting stage is where sheets finally become individual notes for the first time. Giant cutters slice through stacks of printed sheets with such precision that the edges come out perfectly straight. If you could look at that freshly cut edge under extreme magnification, you'd see the whole story layered there. The cotton paper itself, the invisible oeuvre layer, the visible offset layer, the raised ink sitting above the surface like little mountains. From there, notes get counted by high-speed machines, banded into bundles of 100, wrapped into bricks of 1,000, and sealed in tamper-proof cases. Every reject, every note that failed inspection, gets counted again and destroyed under joint supervision. Nothing leaves without being accounted for. When the Banco Central armoured vehicles show up at the Mint's loading dock, there's this formal handover. Responsibility transfers from the people who made the notes to the people who will distribute them. The cases go to Brasilia first, then to regional distribution centres covering the entire country. And finally, on September 2nd, 2020, the first R200 notes entered circulation. Bank tellers handed them out, shopkeepers received them, people pulled them from ATMs all across Brazil.
Let's run a sample through. Starting now.
So next time you hold one, just think about that for a second. That note started as a dirty brick of...
Aqui estão os seus R$ 200.
Obrigada, vou conferir.
Fique à vontade.
Perfeito, obrigada.